Garage Tours 2025. We are back in the 20 car garage, which is more familiar to the garage tours. And I apologize to everyone, and I also thank you guys if you've already seen certain cars here, because you've probably seen them in other videos. But I tried to add cars that may have not been in previous garage tours. Right, let's start with the Paragon S. Now the Paragon S here is in cream, the LSC color cream, so it's not too hard to copy if you do like this. To be fair, I do think I need to update it. I do think I need a premium color. I do love cream, but we've got all this aggressive carbon and a carbon build. I think it needs a bit more than cream. An Intruder. I don't actually remember making this build. I think this may have been my white chaser build and then I just changed the wheels or something for a meet. But I think it does have one of the chameleon colored wheels on it. I think in garage number 2 have a few more of these Intruders, and I have a lot more in other garages. The BSTR, I know for sure this has been in a lot of garage tours and I've never changed it. I just love this color. I think it suits the BSTR. And it's still one of my favorite builds to this day in GTA. And normally you can tell that by me not changing it. The Firebolt ASP, I think a very boring model. I think a lot of people have theirs in red. I have a different wheel option. A lot of people correlate the actual wheel to whatever category you get it in GTA. But we all know that's just a tire. And then they'd be like, why have you got tuner wheels on? But anyway, carrying on. We have a Kalahari. And it's a funny one to put in the garage tour. And it's one of those cool cars that has a unique thing about it, which it slams. When you do shoot it using the shoot method, it slams quite a lot. And it's still a unique vehicle to this day. Like Rockstar now, if you were adding unique vehicles, they charge crazy amounts. The Deity, just like the BSTR, one of my favorite builds. The color, everyone always asks for the hex of this car, and I don't gatekeep anything. I would share my whole garage build with all the color hexes. If you don't know what hex means, it means what you have to change the crew color to on the social club website, and then you have the hashtag code, and that basically gives you color builds you can't get in LS Customs. And I don't gatekeep, I just don't list them when I do them, which I should really. I really do need to document my cars in GTA 6, but I'm hoping GTA 6 has a color palette that's advanced. Not much to say about the Dorado yellow with the roof rack, and then again it's just something that I knew that won't be seen in the last garage tour. Here's a nice Schlagen build, got chameleon wheels, and for those of you who don't know, like, you get chameleon wheels from GTA Plus, but then I can just sell this to you in the LS car meet if you have current gen. And then you don't need GTA Plus, of course. We have the Adder. I think I did have this in my last garage tour. And I called this thing like my 3D printed car. It just looks like it's one piece of plastic. When you actually lower this thing, it's the same color as the wheels. Well, it's not really if you actually put them side by side, but I tried to get close to it. And I think it's just a nice color for an Adder as well. The 10F in green, like a forest green, I'd say, with stock wheels that are in chameleon gold. I love this build. I like it. I think it looks like the later models of the R8 where they came in that dark green. And green is my favorite color, if you didn't know. I think I said that a few garage tours ago. Not many people know. And yeah, something I always say is stock wheels need to be an option in LSC. We need to have all the stock wheels of every car in LSC. Sentinel Classic, another one with a crew color cream here, and I think this looks really nice. I think cream does look good in real life on real life E30s, but I just couldn't pull it off in GTA, but I kept it anyway. Virgo, I know if you've been on my channel before, you guys have probably seen this. A car that has so much class. I think the color represents that too. The wheels do, and like, I love just cruising with this car. Look, it just looks like a boss vehicle. The Monstrosity, I think another vehicle that you can hardly get right if it's not just white. And I'm not even going to say I got it right here. I think this looks good in red. I don't know why I went with the tan wheels, but it does make a different build. Third floor, we have the Comet Retro Custom. I'm not going to show this one quite a lot because I think many of you have seen it. Obviously inspired off an RWB. And if you guys have already seen it, it's an easy color to remember too. LG Retro. I have a few builds and I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys have too, and I forget which ones I show on camera. And yeah, the LG Retro will always be loved. The Futo GTX, this thing looks amazing in meets all the time. Like, it gets respected no matter what meet. I mean, unless you're not in the themed meet. If it's like a European meet and you pull up in this, then you're not going to be respected, but that's you, not the car. I just love the fact that Rockstar brought this. I think 1.2 million was quite a lot for an alter of the Futo, but then you forgive them once you've got the car, and it was a stance vehicle. Terminus, I don't know if I should show this car. The guys that love Jeeps hate me for putting this color on. I'm not too educated on them. but I thought it looked well. I am sorry in advance again if this upsets you. But I've learned on YouTube anyway that you can be the most genuine guy and there'd always be comments. There'd always be those comments. By the way, this is a taxi livery before I ramble. I tried to make it a taxi. And the funny thing is, I'm literally just me. Like, if you meet me in real life, I'll be the same guy. But many people you watch on YouTube and you think, oh, wow, they're super humble or they seem like such a giving person. You've got to remember, they know you're watching. They know they've got cameras on them. Of course, they're going to make sure they seem humble or down to earth all the time. I think the core message here is just don't be yourself when it comes to YouTube, because there's a lot of people making a lot of money not being themselves. But you never know. I'm not saying I will never change. Maybe GTA 6 might do something to me. I might have to unlock a new spectrum of ADHD. But the Impaler SZ, I did just change this color just before, keeping the stock wheels, of course, side exit exhaust, but I changed the color because I had too many dark cars and I was like, my garage needs to pop a little on looks. And yeah, again, that's just me being real. A car that people are not too happy about, the Jester RR wide body. They're probably thinking, hella, like all the YouTubers bought this and deleted it. Why have you still got it? I don't know. I've got hope. They're not going to change anything, but they may change something. They may see how angry people got and give me some compensation. That sounds exactly like something Rockstar would do. They'd give compensation, of course. They've always done that. Why do I still have my map on? Oh, and I think as well, I'm going to go into Fidelity. I realized I'm in Performance RT because of all the flickering issues, but I'm alone in this lobby, so I shouldn't have any flickering issues. So I'm going into Performance RT now. There we are. And yeah. Oh, it does get a lot more jittery, but I'm sure you guys are fine with that. Miami Blue GT3 RS. A lot of people like it. I pulled it out of my Porsche garage for it to make an appearance here. And here we have, that's definitely Fidelity, but the reflections on the sun strip are a bit messed up there. But the Chavez V6, I won't lie, it looks a bit plain Jane. It doesn't look as plain Jane as my Kanjo SJ that you'll see shortly, but I'm talking about the color wave here. The Tulip, I've got many variants of the Tulip. I think, oh yeah, this is the GTA 6 one, which is a cool one anyway. Like, I'd be surprised if no one already had this build before GTA 6 came out. I made this after GTA 6, copying it, of course. But it's a good combination that certain GTA players probably already had. The Niobe, not liking the color wave here. Not liking the wheel setup. I'm not liking too much about this car. I probably should change it. And I hate the HSW badge on the Niobe. It's 3 of the actual, like, Ubermark logos. That's it's a big size. And if you couldn't tell, I also thought I'd choose that approach of being a bit more chill in this commentary, a bit more calm, a bit more relaxed, not having to capture everyone's attention. Maybe something you can probably fall asleep to. Well, we have the Stain here, and a not very common choice for a garage for the average person, but then again, hella is not average. I love this car when it stands, and again, it gives you an RP vibe. Like, there's certain cars that just give you like a nice chill roleplay vibe when you're driving by yourself. The Dominator GT, I'm not feeling this. I don't know what I did this for, because this doesn't feel like my modifications. I probably did it for a thumbnail, because really this is way too modified for a convertible, for my taste anyway. So yeah, definitely some thumbnail things there. If you don't know, like for thumbnails, you'd normally want a brighter car. Make sure it's very distinct from its background so people can see it. And we have the Arbiter GT. Arbiter GT actually being one of my more favorite cars in the game, period. Like, I love the Arbiter GT, and you guys who have probably heard me say it are probably tired of me saying I love the Arbiter GT. And I love this color as well. I love this livery. I love everything about this. Now the Intruders, we have my black Intruder, which always adds that simplicity to life. Like, it shows you don't need much, you're not pleasing anyone else, you don't need to try, you don't need to have the best of everything, and it's still well respected. It's on Benny's wheels, which I'm not liking the color right now. I did that for a car meet, can't remember which one it was, but it's a chameleon color that I do not like. We have another Intruder, which I really do like the color on this one, this maroon, dark maroon. Don't know what I was thinking with the wheels. Of course, we don't have any side skirts on this one or back bumper. Sometimes I just like to do something a little different. And then surely Hella, you should probably stick with a stock front bumper too, but Hella's different. We have one here in purple, or pale purple, I'd say, with the full kit on it, with the titanium wheels. And what I love about this titanium chameleon, even though it's not called that, the color matches the purple on the car, and I don't think you can actually get this chameleon wheel color. So yeah, it's actually not a chameleon wheel color option. It's something that you can just buy of people in LS Car Meet, but it's not an actual color that's available yet. And it's like a chameleon paint that's matte, which is different. I don't think any other chameleon paint actually offers that. Oh, I guess except a few. The pink Vector, I always remember this vehicle, clearly because of the colour. I do like the colour as well. It's like a pale purple pearl with the purple brake calipers, and it just suits that look without going for the anime livery. I like it. Of course I like it. It's my garage. I mean, some cars in my garage I don't like either. If you're enjoying this so far, please do leave a like on the video. Like, I know a lot of you don't. I don't know what it is, to be fair. I may not be that likable, but just for the content, it gets me more views. Please do leave a like. We got the Castigator. This is another one that I just put in this garage tour because I know it couldn't have been in my last garage tour. There's nothing that stands out about it. The Kuruma, this Kuruma I've had same for quite a while. And in terms of bulletproof Kurumas, I think it's like a nice build. It hides what it is a bit, gets from place to place. But of course, there's always better vehicles out there now. So bulletproof Kuruma's not really spoke about much. Aha, the Tropos Rally. Love this car. Love the way it stances. Love the way it looks. Being based on Stratos. Love its heritage. Good all-rounding car. Massacro. This is another one that people may have seen. It's a very out there one. And when Rockstar did actually shout out one of my videos, in the video, this was a thumbnail car. So it's kind of special to me. I was like, Rockstar shouted me out with this car in the thumbnail on that video. The Entity XXR. I don't know what this color is. I've always had it on the car. I've never changed it. But it's like a neon orange, orangey red. But it's not neon, it's darkened a bit. Yeah, we have a Banshee GTS in black with the 3 spokes, with the OG wheels. I just think simplistic black, amazing. I love this. I have so many of these cars because they were free for GTA Plus members. Again, I don't know why I'm mentioning GTA Plus. Not worth it. Don't even think I'm trying to promote GTA Plus. But I love this build. My favorite build out of my builds. I think black is underrated in GTA. Comet, retro, in yellow. But I wouldn't say it's the most appealing yellow. Like, I do need to work on this one, I think. I do need to. Like, the yellow one that Kuruma is better. Oh, here's the Kanjo SJ. And yeah, this is definitely my civilian spec Kanjo SJ. I have a few more. No, actually, I only have one more. But as it sits here, dark wheels, grayed out paint, so nice. Like, when I look at this, I don't know, my inner me wants to drive it. When I look at something like, oh, it's hard. Yeah, like, when I look at something, oh, never mind. This whole garage is nice. But anyway, yeah, I just feel like driving it. I just want to take it for a spin now. Right, hello, you're commentating. The Tulip M100, such a cool car. But you know what? Rockstar do this all the time where they bring out too many cool cars. Where cool becomes the norm now. You're like, oh, that's cool. Like, the first time it comes out, you're like, whoa, that's like, wow, Rockstar did that. That's so cool. And then finally, when you come to like the 20th cool car, you're like, oh, that's cool. And then that's cool. In a good way, they've worn out a lot of coolness because there's so many cool cars in the... Okay, I'm gonna stop saying cool. You know what? I'm not even gonna attempt to say the name of this car. I never have. I've always just called it the Prius. But you may have seen it in a thumbnail recently, and it's just a funny vehicle just to own. I know. I'm gonna get loads of comments about, can I sell this car to you guys in LS Car Meet? And you envy me. I know. We have the Omnis GT with a very, very shiny paint, which is actually dark green, just about see, and I love that car. I know I keep saying it, but these kind of paints, they just look more realistic. Like, sometimes when you look at this, your brain comes out of GTA and it's like, oh, is this Gran Turismo or something? But I think the Omnis GT is a really good looking electric car. What good 2 cars are these? The Stinger GT and the Stinger there, topless. I've never changed this color just because I've loved it so much. This dark raspberry suits the car, feels like the new age of an old age color. I don't know what that means, but you know, in some light it's so dark and nerdy black, and then in some light it looks red, but then sometimes it looks a bit more purpley. And then the Stinger topless, I don't remember making it black. Can't remember when is it black or is it dark blue? I think it's dark blue. Oh yeah, it is dark blue. I don't even know my own cars, but love these cars, and I love the thick tire on this thing. I leave it on stocks because of those chunky tires. Let me know if you're enjoying the more chill commentary. FR36, I adjusted this quite a lot. I was finding it hard to get a good theme build. I had like Formula Drift builds. I had so many different builds for this car. I think I settled. This did have a livery on. I just took it off and now it does look a bit naked. 190Z, not my best 190Z. but another color that's dark and it has that purple in it that shines through, and then in other lights it shines a lot more through. Tempesta here in purple, and I think this is the worn one. This one was orange for a very long time, and worn basically means texture is like satin instead of matte, and you can change the crew color underneath it. Don't know why I went for these chameleon colored wheels, but again, another one that needs changing. A Gauntlet Classic. I love these cars. I love classic American cars. And you know when you're so far out of reach of them, like there's hardly any in the UK. It hurts a bit. It does hurt. And yeah, just this saturated color. I like it. I think it shows the age of the car. Even though a lot of the challenges were very colorful. We have the Warrener here. I don't know about this one either. This one was another stock build. I like doing my stock builds with the Warreners, and I went for this. I think this is from LSC, this color. This won't be a crew color because I don't ever remember making this. But anyway, I'm not too lovey-dovey about that one. Corvette D1. This kind of sky blue with the white accents. The amount of Corvettes in the game throws everyone off. Like when they release these cars, no one is expecting it. Just like the next car, the Impaler LX in this build. Like, again, can't remember doing this. I like it, I think, maybe. I'll have to go around driving it out in the daylight. I'm not too sure. Another Banshee GTS. This is my most used Banshee GTS, the one in pink. And it was in a video, I think. A lot of people like the color. The Entity MT in this green. And yeah, there's nothing too special about this one. It was another like set and forget. Never drove it around much. You just get way too overwhelmed with cars in GTA now, which is a good thing, I guess. But because they drip fed it all into the game, like that's slow, gradual, everyone got to experience every car. But if they just brought like 500 cars into the game from the start of GTA, some cars will be used way more than others. Some cars you probably would never see on the road. But yeah, I should really sell the Strongberg. A lot of these cars that I like, the Strongberg, I think, oh, I may need that for a future video. Like, I may be talking about a certain topic or doing a certain game mode, and it might come in handy. And yeah, again, that's just me being real. The Baller STD, I think, you know, I could do a better color than this. This pale blue, probably in LSC, like it might be surf blue. Sorry, diamond blue. But now that I mention it, I do like surf blue better. So there we are, the car's in surf blue, and I keep it on the lowest suspension setting just so when it's parked up, it looks like it's aired out, because many of the Range Rovers come with an option of air ride. I think they come with it as standard. I don't think it's an optional extra. Sugoi, yeah, another one that I don't have much to say about. A lot of people love the Sugoi in the game. When there's a JDM meet, I see a few of these out. 4 doors, looks great, and there's a lot of modifications too. The 8F Drafter. This one may have been seen. If you watched like more than 10 of my videos, you might have seen this car. I like the blue with it. It's a really good sounding car, and I couldn't resist but to take it out for you. Startup roar is immense. And that is it, everyone. I hope you did enjoy this video. Let me know what you thought about the whole switch up with the commentary. I just thought I'd be a bit more relaxing. Just go through my cars, chill, have a more stimulated commentary vibe. But yeah, I do appreciate it, everyone. Thank you all. Have a good one.